Earlier this week, President Biden laid out multiple Supreme Court reform proposals, including ensuring no immunity for crimes committed by former presidents during their term, establishing term limits for Supreme Court justices, and implementing a binding code of conduct. You endorsed these proposals, so can you tell us why?
Well, they're all good proposals and good things we should have in our government, things the founding fathers never thought about. I'm sure they didn't think that there would be immunity for the president when they just fought a king in a bloody Revolutionary War where many Americans died, colonists fighting for our independence. The idea was not to have a king, to have the people be the rulers, and there had never been any precedent for the king, the president, having this type of immunity. And when particularly it's Trump who's done so much to go beyond his powers by leading a coup on the United States and asking people to charge the Capitol or he won't have a country anymore, and calling those people hostages and saying they're great heroes and that he will commute their sentences. You see a president who would take those powers he'd been given with immunity and stretch them to the end, including overthrowing our government, which is, I believe, was an impeachable offense, which he was impeached but not convicted, and where he should be tried in court and will be, except for the Supreme Court not slowing everything down so that the wheels of justice can't spin at the right pace and allow for trial before this election so that people will know what their president's crooked. So that's one that I certainly agree with. The terms, nobody expected humans, let alone Supreme Court justices, to live to an expected life expectancy of 80 or so. When the Constitution was drawn up, I think the average lifespan is probably about 50-something years. And people have gotten older, and nobody expected they'd be on the court that long. And it's been shown that 9 isn't a sufficient number. It has expanded over the years, generally in relation to the number of districts we had, circuit districts, and we now have 13 districts. So expanding the court would be a good thing too. But the term limits idea of having an 18-year term limit and having them be on a revolving basis to where you can't have Mitch McConnell in the future use processes to deny a vote on Merrick Garland, to speed through a nomination on Amy Coney Barrett when he didn't allow a vote to be brought up on Merrick Garland, to get and other issues that were related to Kavanaugh and the FBI, all kind of problems. And then what Alito did, his wife did, he just refers to his wife flying those flags both at his home and at his vacation home, were inappropriate for a Supreme Court justice. And what Clarence Thomas has done, accepting hundreds of thousands, millions of dollars worth of gifts for his Winnebago, whatever it may not be a Winnebago, it's probably a Cadillac Winnebago, and for trips to exotic resorts, all paid for by Mr. Crow in Texas, and not report those. That's wrong too. So there should be a code of ethics. Every court has one. Supreme Court should abide by one, and there should be one. So I agree with all the saying. Whether they'll happen in this Congress, I don't think so. The Republicans won't vote for anything at all that changes the Supreme Court or their ability to influence it. So it's unlikely to happen. Constitutional amendments to take a large supermajority and have 2 of the states. That's not going to happen either. But the first thing that has to happen with any kind of change is to be introduced to the marketplace of ideas and have it be discussed. So it's good that it's in the marketplace. It's good that it'll be discussed to some extent. I doubt Jim Jordan will bring it to a vote in the Judiciary Committee to bring it up even to be debated. But it gets there, the public knows about it, and it's where the Democrats think we should be. And so it's good that he proposed it, and that's why I support it.